And maybe here we'll have a different section, like a little mini bridge. Yeah. It's what happens when you try and talk and program at the same time. Hey everyone, David Rishpan here again on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Last week I posted that video about a speed production run where I gave myself 25 minutes, 30 minutes to create a track using only Oberheim plugins. And at a certain point in that video, in that process, I wound up creating a bridge, a different harmonic section. And considering I've been teaching a lot of harmony, a lot of improvisational skills, all kinds of ear training stuff on the channel recently, I figured I would dive in and break down that bridge section and what I was thinking when I wanted to create the bridge and how I chose the chords I wound up choosing. So if you're a songwriter or a producer and you're kind of stuck harmonically and you want to figure out where you can go from the material you already have, this video is for you. So we're going to go back in time to the original Logic session and we're going to break down my harmonic choices. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy lessons like this, click like and subscribe. I know everyone asks you to do that, but it really indeed helps the channel. A lot of you still aren't subscribed yet, so let's have a discussion in the comments and click like and subscribe for more content like this. All right, see you in Logic. Peace. I do want to just talk about what the thought process was, because obviously I have been talking about harmony and improv on this channel over the past few months, and then where I created this bridge, how I created this bridge. I just wanted to talk about that thought process a little bit. So again, if we mute the bass and we mute the lead, this is what I came up with. So the thought process in coming up with the chords was, we're in E minor, we're flipping between E minor and D major. So we're basically in E minor. E Dorian, I guess. There's actually no 6 in either of the chords, so it's not specified. So either of those could work. C natural, which would be E natural minor, or E Dorian. Either way, I wanted a bridge. And the idea of a bridge is to kind of temporarily move you away from where you are to reinforce when you come back to where you were that it feels like there has been some kind of development. So I started with chords, chord shapes that also exist in D major. G major, if it were to stay G major, G major would be the 4, and F sharp minor would be the 3. And then I'm like, okay, let's find a chord that's not super outside, but gets us, sort of introduces a new tonality. So I played F major, which has 2 common tones. The A and the E are the same, and then the F sharp and C sharp just lower to natural. And then I lowered that whole chord down to E minor 7. And then repeat the first 3 chords. And then the last chord of that cycle, A flat major 7, which is the most outside chord that we've heard, but it's also the chord that's going to lead us back to E minor. So I knew that I wanted the last chord to be the most tense chord. So that's where that came from. And then when I played bass on it, I wanted to recontextualize some of those voicings. I didn't want it to all be root position. You know. You know. So how can I recontextualize some of those chords? Well, I definitely wanted to start on G major, which is the relative major of E minor. There's some voice stealing going on for some reason. Oh, because we're in unison mode and I only have 8 voices. Let's raise that to 12. Here we go. That's better. Okay. So I knew I wanted that first chord of the bridge to be G major. And then now instead of going down, either chromatically following, which is also fine, I wanted to have a little bit more movement in the bass. So if you look at those 4 notes, F sharp, A, C sharp, E, that could be F sharp minor 7, could be D major 7, D major 9, or it could even be B minor 11, 5, 7, 9, 11. So that would mean that's a pretty Quincy-esque harmonic move. Or Rod Temperton as well. And now what happens to get to F, the F major voicing? Maybe a tritone movement in the bass is a little severe. But B flat major 7, sharp 11, 5 major 7, 9, sharp 11. I see the keyboard's not fully showing. There we go. And then C major 9. The E flat, the E minor shell, excuse me. The E minor voicing, but with C in the bass. Or A minor 11. And then that A flat major chord I think of as F minor 9. So now when I put the bass part in, it sounds like this.